Well.
Where we dropping boys trolls instead?
I think I think it's gonna start soon, huh? I gotta get ready, man. And the way a Hoi4 player gets ready is by downloading the Modern Day mod, which I just did literally 1 minute ago. Should I play Ukraine Modern Day? Is that gonna get me banned? I don't know. I'm kind of protecting liberty there. Is that weird? It's probably weird. It's probably really weird. Probably shouldn't do that. Dude, some guy in chat just sent this link out. That's insane, man. Wow. This is like the first war I realize, and you too probably, which is a modern war, which is a war about technology and shit. I need to clean my glasses. Thank you for all the subs, guys. Look at that, man. Someone is collecting all the messages, man. That is so crazy. Like, you look at the region and it's like restriction on airports in southern western Russia. Russian troops attacking Shastia and Stanista Luhanska. Thank you, dude. I think this is very interesting. Objectively, like, this is also an information war. It's a war about misinformation, which I literally made this yesterday. Didn't age well. One sec, I'm gonna watch it. Be careful clicking on news events on that site. There are dead bodies on news. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna click anything. Step by step, guys. I know there's a lot to talk about. Let's calm down, okay? Everybody knows what happened. We don't have to talk about it. First of all, my number one. Simple lives in Ukraine. His home is getting shelled. Jesus Christ. Step by step. First of all, the first thing I want to say is... Today is a day where you, a Twitch streamer, should not go to your favorite Twitch streamer and act like they know shit. Twitch streamers, from Hassan to little Tommykay, are overprivileged rich motherfuckers that don't know jack shit. Don't listen to them. Don't hype them too much. That's the first thing. Second thing, the world is such a clown world and a meme. I woke up this morning and I realized, I swear to God, I woke up this morning and I was like, I think today they're gonna invade. I swear to God, I felt that. Maybe it's the German genetics. And I go to the news, right? And the news are just really dumb in Germany. Something's happening. And you know how I got the real news? 9gag. I went to 9gag, and there is so many videos, bro, of what the fuck's happening, dude. I'm getting my news from meme websites where Ukrainian 9gaggers are uploading all this shit, man. Like, look, all these videos, man. You don't see that in the news? Fucking rockets. So many private videos on 9gag. So, it's so weird. All I want is peace of Russia. This report went viral for reporting from Ukraine in 6 languages. And I saw a lot of videos here. This is the real news. On Reddit and 9gag, you get the real news. The German news don't show you this stuff, man. So, and then I was like, okay, what the fuck? First thing I did as a Western capitalist scum, I checked the stock market. If you check the... what is the Russian stock called? What is the Russian stock market called, chat? This is what happens when you go to war, bro. What is it called? Help me. What is it called? MOEX? Where's the charts? Wait, what? It closed down? I saw this thing where it went down 40% in the last hours. 24? Minus 24 at the moment. Okay, 24. A lot of different news. So first of all, I was checking it's down 42%. Yeah, imagine being invested in the Russian stock market, man. You're getting shit on right now. Next, look at the ruble.
Da mein Gelde bald nix mehr wert higher €5. Herr Scholz spricht gleich VLT.
Nothing crazy with the ruble. It dropped a bit,
reacting.
but it's coming back. No, that's fake news. The next thing I want to talk about, which I think is so interesting to learn from this, is what modern war is about. Modern war is so much about information and social media, right? It's about fake news. It's about... this is gonna sound weird, but some years ago, my home city had a little attack from a crazy Nazi who tried to kill some Jews, if you guys remember that. He shot 2 people. And I will never, ever forget, I will never forget how... that day, 10 minutes away from me, there was a shooter, an active shooter, right? And I was checking social media, I was in contact in WhatsApp with friends and family, etc. And it was full of fake news. 80% of news I had on that day when that guy tried to get into the synagogue was complete and utter fake news. Which taught me something about life. Which is that we live in a century now that when bad stuff happens, there's 80 to 70% complete and utter fake news, man. Life map is getting DDoSed. So that's, I think, very interesting in a way, but also important that you shut your fucking mouth, right? The streamers, shut your mouth, you know, don't spread fake news. El Tony, man, you back in the barracks? My mom just called me, Tommy, if they want you to go to the army again, I'm gonna fight them. And I told my mom, probably a lot of moms say that. Thank you for the subs, guys. That's the next thing. What else we gotta talk about?
Today is a sad day.
I didn't think he would invade. I think many people didn't know. But I feel like I'm starting to understand Putin a bit more. I was listening to a podcast, I think 2 days ago. And the podcast kind of said, yo, man, listen. Vladimir Putin is an ego-driven narcissist like most dictators and people, which is normal. Donald Trump, it's normal to be like that. And all he wants is respect. The podcast has suggested or taught me or showed that it all started with Barack Obama. In 2013, Barack Obama literally said, you can Google this, Russia is a regional power threatening its neighbors, not because of their strength, but because of their weakness. The problem with stuff like this is, if you talk like this, is that a narcissist and dictator like Ukraine, I'm already getting indoctrinated, propaganda! Like Putin, people like this are all about respect. He wants Russia to be on the big stage. He wants respect. And in a weird way, I have to shit a bit on the West here. And once again, the mismanagement of the West that we will see later here in a second, right? We see it today, of not showing Russia enough respect. And now Putin, who is who he is, man, is in a corner and has to do this shit, man. It sucks. It's ridiculous. But in a weird way, it makes sense to me. It makes a bunch of sense. Also, he doesn't give, and now let's get to the biggest part that what I feel today, and that is once again after the Corona crisis, the massive mismanagement and incompetence of Western leaders. You have Macron, you have Olaf Scholz flying to Moscow, getting literally dissed with the big table and everything. Macron has to wait at the airport because Putin wants to shit on him, and you try to fix it. But does anyone really believe Vladimir Putin gives a fuck if you fly to his country like, don't do it, Putin? You think he gives a fuck? All day long, I was driving around earlier today, and I was listening to the news station and the radio. And what they say all day right now, maybe in your country too, oh, we didn't know this would happen. We really didn't check the situation right. Like, Alter, are you fucking retarded? Like, what the fuck? What are you doing, man? And we have to think about sanctions, man. Fucking mobilize, dude. What the fuck? Ukraine is getting shit on, and we're gonna make sanctions. So that's the main thing I'm feeling today, is the incompetence of the West again, which Putin is exploiting, right? I mean, Russia has destabilized the West for many, many years now. You see it in Germany. It is proven that Russian hackers, Russian media is influencing Western media to divide the country. For example, it's proven that Russia is influencing Facebook a bit, so certain boomers, idiots, are getting on the right-wing path. Something like the AfD is being funded a little bit by Russia, because Russia wants unstabilized West. If the West has problems, fucking Trump, Biden, if we fuck each other, that I said for years on the stream, if we fuck each other, that helps the real enemy. That helps them. He did a great job there, man. And yeah, this is... The Japanese ambassador to Ukraine stayed in Kiev. His great-grandfather's samurai sword and additional armor was delivered to him from Tokyo. In a Facebook post, he declared that the samurai must protect the country in which he is. Glory to Japan. We live in a meme world. Maybe that's the #1 thing to run today. We live in a clown world. Complete and utter... Oh, you didn't see. I'm an idiot. Oh, I didn't show. Sorry, I didn't show. Oh, I'm a fucking bad streamer. Yeah, he literally got his samurai sword to protect Ukraine, man. Bro, this is such a fucking... Oh, man. Oh, man. So, yeah. I don't want to talk about it too much today. I just want to do it in the beginning. I want to still just entertain, have fun. I mean, what I'm gonna do. Also, another meme world. So, I'm waking up. I have some time. I go into UFC 4. I go to my PlayStation and I'm playing UFC 4. My first enemy is a Russian guy playing Peter Yan, Russian champion, man. And I'm sitting there as a German. I'm like, wait, Russia's invading Ukraine and I'm fighting a Russian in a video game right now. This is the fucking weirdest shit, man. Yeah, I've seen this, the biggest tweet today. I even liked it hours ago. This is not a meme, but our and your reality right now. Yep. Thank you, Delphine, man. Shout out to all Ukrainian subs. Yeah, man, you guys stay fucking safe. Imagine how they must feel. That's something the human race has been missing lately, is empathy, emotions for others. Dude, you and me were sitting here and having fun and life is easy, but dude, imagine you sit in a country and you hear and shit is happening, man. Fucking insane, dude. The Ukrainians can't even play Elden Ring now. What the fuck? So what is this meme here? Pluton made this meme yesterday and it didn't age well, he says. Dude, imagine I go to the war with Russia and I get shot in the chest. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die. And I hear the Russian soldiers coming close. I'm like, fuck, this is it. It's over, man. And then I hear it, Suka! What the fuck? It's Tommykay! And then it's Grisha. He's like, oh, Tommy, what the fuck? Oh, fucking Grisha killed me? That would be such a fucking... Yeah, I'm not gonna watch a 22-minute video about Ukraine. Again, I don't want to get in too deep, man. It's what it is. I just want to entertain today. We have a lot of stuff going on today. Thank you, Yaro. I just wanted to share my thoughts. Yeah, and I went to the stock market today. I invested in Lockheed Martin today. The stock market is really, really low right now. You guys remember that 2 weeks ago I said I wanted to short the world economy? I should have done it. I wanted to short the world economy with S&P 500 shorting stock at 690 euros, and now it's at 760. I should have totally shorted the market 2 weeks ago. I didn't do it. Am I getting drafted? We're all getting drafted. Yeah, I invested in Lockheed Martin, dude. Everyone is investing in Lockheed Martin right now. All the big investors.
Am I getting drafted?
I don't know why I'm laughing at this. Oh, God. There's a war and the world just memes it. Fuck, I wanted to sleep. Odessa, bro, here. I woke up because I heard a couple of distant explosions like 40 minutes ago. Does anybody know what happened? You're under attack, retard. Oh, Jesus, man. This shit is so fucking messed up. Thank you, Magic. Oh, man. I invested in Boeing. Yeah, stock market is dying. Crazy shit. Check these out, but you shouldn't show this on stream. What are you guys sending me? One sec. Okay, you're sending me... There's a guy sending me a Twitter account that talks about everything, blah, blah, blah. A friend from Russia sent me this morning. He lives next to the Ukrainian border, 30 minutes away. Yeah, that's that. I saw that video where the rockets are going up. The thing is, you never know if this is fake news. That's something I learned from the attack in Halle. You never fucking know, dude. So I don't want to like looking at this shit, man. You never know what's true. Oh, you're showing me bad stuff? Oh, I'm not gonna... Oh, no. I'm not watching that. Oh, shit. Wait one sec. Don't put that... Hey, delete that. Delete that instantly. Oh, whoa. I gotta delete that guy real quick. Stop. And there you go. You can't talk about this on Twitch anymore, man. Already you guys are going too far. Fuck off. Don't send shit like this, you fucking retard. Let me send a video of a guy dying to a rocket in a Twitch chat, man. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you show me that we should stop this now. Well, I mean, who cares? I look at these influencers now. I stand with Ukraine. Yeah, no one cares about you, influencer cunt. This is a time of real life. This is a real war. Twitter and all these fucking idiots, they don't mean shit anymore. And all your fucking Netflix diversity doesn't mean shit anymore. This is real life right now. But yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts. But let's stop talking about it. Let's stop talking about it, man. Wait, I have almost 2K viewers? What? Why? Because I talk about Ukraine? Wait, what? Okay, guys, welcome to the live feed. Ukraine, it's happening. I just downloaded more. What the fuck, 2K viewers? You guys are into this war shit, huh? The fuck? Make the Twitch brigade in Ukraine. What the fuck? I'm getting 1 million followers right now. Why? What the fuck are you guys doing? It's not toss, but it's sad. Yeah, I've seen this picture too. I can just urge everyone, man. Imagine how these people feel right now, man. Imagine how these people feel right now. That's something we all mislearned, right? My life didn't change today, but imagine how they feel, dude. That shit is. And yeah, I think deep inside it's Putin's craving for respect. Or maybe even I read a thing today that he knows he doesn't have many years left, right? There was these rumors of cancer and he's getting older, and I think he wants to get glory before he dies. He wants to show, I bring back Soviet Union before I die or something like that. I don't know, man. It's just... I even think, man, I said that to Lisa yesterday. One sec. You know, the good thing is we live in a world right now where, look, 77... I was reading a book. Homo Deus. Something that has changed, which is very beautiful, is how we think about foreigners in case of war. What I mean is, 77 years ago, when you were a German in the Third Reich, you didn't know any Romanians, any Americans. You were a German, right? You're like, German, German, German. It was easy to indoctrinate a German soldier to kill the Russians or the Americans, because you didn't know them. They're evil, they're evil. Nowadays, we're in a globalized world. We know each other. We play games with each other. The human world is so much more interconnected. Russians live in Germany. Germans have businesses in Russia. We're all connected, man, and this is a beautiful thing, which shows, man, I think the public of Russia and the public of the West, even the public of Ukraine, we don't want to kill each other. We don't want to do this shit, man. I don't want to walk around killing some Russian dude, man, just because of some dumb shit. And once again, it becomes apparently clear that the true enemy of the human race is the leaders. It's narcissistic idiots, West and East, not just shitting on Putin. The West is the same, putting people that don't even want to do it into a war, man, and that is the true enemy, man. These fucking idiots. You never know if this is real, man. That's the problem with this stuff. I don't like looking at this stuff, because I learned you never know what's real and stuff. That looked even ultra fake, yeah. That was a parade. There you go, we already have fake news. You already...
Be on the streets.
Showing fake news, man.
What's your message to the people there?
Why do I have 2K viewers, 11 in the morning?
Well... It's very difficult to give an advice when you are not a Ukrainian yourself at this moment.
Yeah, the West and the West seems so arrogant right now, and so all day long, right? I was just listening to this shit, and the West is like, "What should we do? Should we? Oh, be careful of toss. It's BBC News, man. Blah blah blah. What should we do? These people are dying right now. These people are getting invaded, and the West is fucking shell shocked, man. And once again, we're playing into the hands of these dictators, man, not doing anything."
And the right side is on your side. But actually, I have not only a message to Ukrainians. I really would like to appeal also to Russians.
It's 5 p.m. in the US? Oh, wait until the Americans wake up, man. They're gonna sell all their stocks. Watch the stock market crash in the next 10 hours. Just more sanctions that don't do shit. Yeah, I just came home and listened to the news of a podcast, and there was a Russian expert, and he said Putin doesn't give a fuck about your sanctions. Thank you, Piccolo Matescu.
You are simply defending an aggressor.
There are so many people on both sides of the border with...
Yeah, Vladimir Putin. Ukraine really is very aggressive here, right? Man, they're such a big threat.
Latvia's Defense Minister Artis Papriks. Thank you
Let's
very much
for defending Ukraine as Russia. I think that's toss and I will get banned.
And let's bring in
if I do that.
DW's Chief International Editor, Richard Walker, for the situation there.
American here, I don't want war. This is something I thought about today when I was in my car. The West doesn't want war. Well, we don't want war. We don't want our sons to go to war. The West doesn't want war. Yeah? Sure. And we want to fix this with sanctions and diplomatic and talking. But the point is there a possibility that certain individuals, certain nations cannot be dealt with in another way? If Vladimir Putin pushes you to a point, as the United Nations and NATO, that talking and diplomacy and sanctions just mean nothing, then there is another option that, even though we hate it and don't want to do it, is the option that has to be drawn. Is that weird when I say that? I said 2 weeks ago on the stream, I think that people like Xi Jinping, Erdogan, Putin only understand one language. When you come to them and let's talk, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit, man. That guy doesn't give a fuck if Macron, let's talk please, or how we make peace. He jokes off on your face, man. He doesn't care. Do you want nuclear war, Tommy? Obviously not. Nobody wants nuclear war. But you just let him do what he wants? You're just gonna let him do what he wants, bro? Is that the right way too?
The fact that this is happening now very
looks like
well
New Year's
explains
Eve,
why Ukraine so wanted to join NATO.
What is that militarily? Why is there... What the fuck's going on there?
And
who shoots like this? What the hell?
That NATO is underpinned by what's called Article 5. So in the founding documents of NATO, Article 5 is a promise that an attack on one member of NATO is regarded.
These sanctions have been there for 8 years. Fake news. The sanctions are getting higher now. This is new sanctions that are coming in today. There has been sanctions, but now big ones are coming. The EU just called the biggest package of sanctions since its formation.
And thinking, okay, good thing we're in NATO. We have this promise to defend us, and this will deter the Russians
they DDoS the life map.
Any kind of similar action.
Some Russian kid is sitting somewhere 15 years old. I'm helping Putin. I'm DDoSing this shit.
Increased the number of
the pipeline has been cancelled. Yeah,
rotating through those countries as an act of reassurance, and we're expecting more of that to come in the.
I was thinking
weeks ahead.
I was thinking if I was Ukraine, this is weird shit, right? I should shut my mouth. If I was Ukraine, I hope they were intelligent enough. You should have made how to say in military. Like if you are Ukraine, you must know that they're hitting the military targets first. So if I was like a general in Ukraine, I would have. I mean, this is so weird that who the fuck am I to say anything? You should empty all the barracks and keep your troops outside, right? So Russia attacks the barracks and the military facilities, but there's no one there. That would have been probably clever. It's a weird thing to say. That was really weird.
To those Baltic states.
Yeah, hire me as a general, guys.
Populations of between
5K was the 4. I can fix this shit.
4 million tiny countries which don't have permanent NATO presences there. They have rotating.
They have heat detectors though, but not inside buildings.
Will Putin be tempted to start chipping away and questioning whether that commitment from NATO really is rock solid? That is
I also heard in that podcast I listened to in the car that Russia doesn't want to fuck them up, right? Russia wants to destroy the military and then take fully control of Ukraine so they can't do shit anymore. Russia is getting Chinese finance as well to insulate them from the sanctions. Yeah. What I hear, I'm not an expert, is that sanctions don't do shit.
Exercise restraint after Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
Do you have that weird feeling that America's going to do something any moment now? Like any second now, America is going to... Option red,
we hope the region can maintain peace,
Adios.
and we call on all parties to exercise restraint and prevent the situation from getting out of control.
The problem is Joe Biden sleeps 20 hours a day. He probably doesn't know what's happening.
I would like to reiterate China's position that true security should be comprehensive and sustainable, and legitimate concerns by all parties should be respected and addressed. We hope that all relevant parties do not shut the door to peace, but instead engage in dialogue, consultation and negotiation.
Is there anyone in the world that still listens to this? Every single politician, we have to come back to the table, we have to talk. This is just hot air. I might as well just stroke up into my own mouth. Every politician in the world, blah, 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 blah. They talk, but they say nothing.
Instead, that the situation
Does anyone still buy this stuff?
I mean, it's already escalated.
Is there anyone? I always
really
wonder. Is there like a normie sitting at home?
And it's kind of double-edged.
Right. We should talk. Yeah, we should talk. China's right.
And this really came
they
out
probably exist. There's probably Russians right now. They're like, yeah, Ukraine is a big threat. Oh, we had no other choice. They attacked our radio station, bro. Who the fuck
this happened
listens
under
to this anymore?
The gathering clouds of what we're seeing now, this threat of invasion.
You don't want to escalate it any further, though.
Sure. But the Chinese foreign minister, Wang Yi, took part by video.
This reminds me so much of Hitler in 1636. You're so scared of an escalation, so a warmongering dictator just does what he wants.
Territorial integrity.
There's a big reason that Ukraine posted the Hitler picture with him.
Charter, this principle that the Chinese very expressly say that they believe in.
Everybody Neville Chamberlain all of a sudden. Well, tension isn't high enough yet, Tommy, to activate the focus.
That does apply to Ukraine. So there should be no territorial integrity of any UN member state and that equally applies to Ukraine. So that was an interesting statement by the Chinese.
Who wants to go to war because of Ukraine? Well, 70-some years ago, they said who wants to go to war for Poland, and look what happened.
Statement to the Munich Security Conference. He began essentially with a tirade accusing the United States of trying to drum up a new Cold War, of trying to divide the world. And also, and we've heard this a few times from the Chinese,
Lisa said this morning, man, it was so sad because Lisa's such a pure soul, right? I didn't think in our lifetime we see shit like this.
That they
I felt like we will. I always felt we will.
The NATO alliance that we've just been
Human race can't be
so
educated.
on the one hand, you have the Chinese giving these signals of support to the Russians on it has legitimate.
And there's a German cabinettist that said something nice last Thursday, Jan Böhmermann, who said, the problem is that we reach a point in humanity where all the old soldiers are dying out. The old German soldiers, the Russians, the Americans, all the veterans are dying out. The generation that has seen real war is dying out. And the new generations are so naive and don't know what war really means, man. And now all the shit is coming back. It's so fucking stupid.
He has been arguing that there is genocide taking place in eastern Ukraine, something for which there is no evidence. He has been arguing that there is a fascist, I think he said, a fascist junta.
Can you get drafted, Tommy? Yes, I was in the army, so I am in the system of reservists. So if Germany, which is unlikely to happen, says we're mobilizing the army, then there is a letter where they, I googled the shit, or like, there's no email, there's a letter, because Germany email, Germany internet, what? That's the good thing about Germany. If Russia kills our internet, we don't even care, because we never had internet in the first place. Anyway, I'm only 30, there's no cutoff age. And then there's a letter, please get to your local Kreiswehrersatzamt, which is the office of the military, and then they're like, oh, la la la, you're going there, and then, yeah.
Backing in
look at this guy, he's like, fuck you, man, I gotta watch Tommykay, bro!
Bound to affect Vladimir Putin's calculations.
We're waiting at the moment to hear from the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz on Germany's position. Can you tell us a bit more about what
Germany's position? Oh, we have to be careful.
Largest economy.
Let's not.
Yeah, well,
come on. He's just going to say the same shit.
There's been a lot of criticism of Olaf Scholz in recent weeks.
And yeah, then you have to, you know,
pretty much to this week.
Even though I feel that nowadays
about being not
infantry makes no sense anymore. What the? I mean, look at modern war. It's quick strikes. It's information on the internet. It's quick airstrikes to destroy the infrastructure of a country. Nobody needs a fucking infantry anymore. So what is someone like me gonna do, man? Some old boomer. I'm not gonna do shit.
If Russia went ahead with further escalation. So a lot of criticism within Germany,
the 5K helmets didn't help, huh?
Olaf Scholz of like, is he really stepping up to the plate as this crisis required? And I think this has turned around.
What's your comment with? Well, it has grown.
With his announcement that he is
the life map has been DDoS. Stop sending it.
Process for this pipeline, because the pipeline has been built, but it hasn't come into
Tommy's
operation
20 whip on his own.
Saying that we have an entire
I genuinely wonder, chat, if I will play modern day mod today as Ukraine, will I get in trouble with Twitch? I genuinely wonder, man. The Twitch chat was probably like,
separatist regions, and saying that they have to completely rethink their approach to energy security and whether this pipeline has any place in that. And
German TikTok's full of Russians supporting Putin.
In interviews after that, being,
you gotta give a shout out to Putin and his regime, man. They did a great job with propaganda in the last years, man.
So kind of between the lines, implying that the whole thing.
Just imagine Warhammer. Yeah, we're gonna stop the stream in a sec. I don't know why I get this many viewers here, though. It's kind of sad. I'm kind of sad by this. You give me 3K viewers on this bullshit, but not when I play games. It's a little bit. Grisha did that.
Softly at first, but then actually act. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of focus now on what he says now.
What are you talking
about? But we've already had a taste of that. There was a statement overnight. So you can expect very strong solidarity with Ukrainians and pushing for strong sanctions.
Hassan had 150k views spamming Russian propaganda. What did he do? I can't follow this stuff.
The Europeans are going to be moving ahead with how far they're ready to go.
This is actually interesting. You playing Magic on your head and just not.
A strong message from Scholz. I think it's very clear that he has no illusions now about what's going on.
What about the question of weapons and Germany supplying weapons
That's a lie.
To Ukraine? I mean, it's not like Germany's not a big
Chat is so full of fake news, man.
Yeah, Germany
this is to me the scariest thing nowadays. That if something happens, the whole internet is 80% fake news, man.
Can export weapons too.
There's no bullshit. People are generally interested and reach out to the person they trust.
rules on not
Listen to Tommykay. We're meeting tomorrow 6 p.m. in Berlin to build our own mercenary corps. Yes, the Hoi 4 people are ready. We have the knowledge. I mean, when I play Zomboid with you, postscriptum, it never goes wrong. You guys are all geniuses. It never ever goes wrong. The Minecraft server is such a logistic and organizational wonder. It's gonna be amazing, man. It's gonna be amazing.
On the one hand, it's been stressing that it has, you know, historical.
Generally, though, all jokes aside, chat, I'm genuinely interested in the stock market right now, man. Because this is, I think, a big opportunity.
Very restrictive approach.
Look at the S&P. It's going down today. It already went down a shit ton.
Although that is double-edged because its responsibility.
You guys remember 2 weeks ago I said I want to short? What is that short thing I called? Here, I have it on my phone.
That's one element. Another element.
I told you guys 2 weeks ago I want to short the world economy. It's called Extract S&P Inverse.
Has been part of what's called
Extract S&P Inverse. So what does this, chat? This is a shorting ETF of the S&P 500 America, which wow, this is a shorting stock. Like if the economy crashes, this grows. I was about to buy it for $6.90. And bro, this is still gonna grow when the Americans wake up. This is gonna grow when the Fed is gonna announce the, in the middle of March, as they announced, to make the interest rates go up.
Putin at 6 a.m. this morning to address the situation.
A lot of opportunity to make money right now. It's kind of sad. Gazprom dropped 30%.
Citizens at home and abroad.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't invest in fucking Russia, right?
And calling on them to support Ukraine's armed forces. Let's listen into that.
Grisha played Ukraine and Russia a new dawn.
My dear Ukrainians, just like I promised, I am again talking to you. I will provide you with updated
Belarus has joined the war, Lukashenko. The problem is that nobody, because you're saying most people don't realize this, nobody takes Lukashenko real. He's just a little dog to Vladimir Putin, right?
Today, Russia started
Futures are down a lot, S&P and so on. They're taking big hits. It's good for stocks and it happens overnight for Americans. The market is closed. Yeah, dude, but once the American market opens, which is in what, 3 hours or something, I think the stock market is going to go banga banga, adios.
We live for. I address all Ukrainians, and primarily Ukrainian servicemen, who have already taken the first enemy's strike and are repelling it with dignity. We are aware of the Ukrainian armed forces' strength. You are courageous. You are unbroken. You are Ukrainian.
Hello, Ron. It's
Ukrainian President Zelensky there, talking about the fact that his country and his people are at stake at this hour.
And today I will show you how to invade Ukraine in 2022. Special version of this video in Russian will be sent to Vladimir Putin for obvious reasons. Let's start with the and we will take them as the prisoners of war and we can use them later for some stuff. Let's run this simulation quickly and check if I was right or wrong. All the invasions are going in. By the way, forces can be force attacked. You can micro a little bit by yourself here and there, just so it would be easier to take Ukraine.
Address because it was taken on.
I think the number one message
could you tell us more about
to learn from this day here, 24 February 2022, is that we truly and utterly live in a clown world. I genuinely mean this. I meant this for years now. I'm genuinely Oklahoma serious. The world is a complete and utter joke. And it's very important, and I genuinely mean this, to accept that. Your life will be so much better when you accept that. Once you realize everything is fucked anyway, you will be so much more happy in life, dude. Everything makes so much more sense all of a sudden.
Erdogan survived that coup. It's questionable whether Zelensky
I wonder what like America does right now, like Joe Biden and stuff. Like they sit in a room and they're like, "This is the option, sir." I wonder, man.
Of course, he's putting out
here's the latest from Putin.
Resilience and trying to avoid any sense of panic that then spread to his population. And it is quite remarkable.
It's like I'm having a fever dream, man. I thought that's actually a real message.
Resilience that he's been able to show so far. We should remember that Zelensky, he's not a professional politician. He was a comedian until he got elected. Somebody from a completely different walk of life. He's in his early 40s. He's also a young
That's what happens when you go to war, bro.
Showing quite remarkable.
Oh yeah. Putin don't give a fuck, man.
But his position
maybe now's the time to buy.
Weak,
nah, don't invest in Russia, man. What a waste of money.
There's a strong likelihood that he's not going to be in office for much longer.
Yeah, also I've heard that they're going to freeze the access to the financial markets for Russia. You cannot go to foreign stock markets anymore as a Russian, which means all the oligarchs can sell their stocks and stuff.
Some sort of personal touch, or the fact that he
he's losing a lot of civilian factories right now.
TV studio or get a camera in. The urgency of the situation.
Jesus, fuck, look at that, like Godzilla is coming. Jesus.
But it is not something that he would do in a normal situation, that's for sure.
Richard, what else can you tell us about what we could expect?
Did you see the use of white phosphorus? Dude, shut the fuck up, man.
News goes on the
if I would listen to any fake chat, I would become CNN right here. So much fake news, man.
This is not a diplomatic push between
look at that, he's using fucking trucks.
Ukraine and Russia, between the West and Russia.
No one uses trucks on before.
Any talk of contacts on those levels
Thank you,
broken off for now. There was due to be a meeting between
Russian colleagues didn't want this. Yeah, most Russian public doesn't want this shit, man. Do you think the Linke will still defend Russia? Let's not talk about the Linke. They can't even get 5%. Fuck them.
Even after the Russians recognized
asking for his tank templates.
The breakaway regions in eastern Ukraine. There had also been talk in some frantic diplomacy by Emmanuel Macron.
Why do you always say Putin bad and Ukraine is the victim? Imagine if Russia put their bases in divisions in Mexico, how would the US react?
To queue up
well, this is whataboutism. Whataboutism is a great use of propaganda. If you read basic propaganda books, the communist ones from back in the day, I just saw that today. Whataboutism is part of that. And Russia, USA is not invading no Mexico. At the moment, in this real life, the Ukraine is getting invaded. Sure, we can argue all day that the USA does a lot of bad and evil stuff. 100%, sure. But right at this moment, this is happening.
A European summit. Which is also on an emergency
said that Germany didn't send anti-tank rockets. Thank you, Schmidt.
There will also be a G7 summit by video conference.
Do you think Russia's events will end here? Well, I have no idea, obviously, but let's imagine a scenario. Putin wins in Ukraine, he installs a friendly puppet, and he fully demilitarizes Ukraine. And the West doesn't do anything except sanctions. Let's say we have that scenario. Do you think Putin will stop? Once again, I could be massively wrong. Very important. I don't know shit. I'm just a bold streamer. Don't listen to me. But to me, this all seems like a coping mechanism of Putin. Putin wants respect. Putin wants to build a legacy. He wants to be in the history books as a great leader, man. And you think Putin is just going to stop there? Not going to happen. Which is why I believe the West should wake up here. This is not going to end.
There's been a lot of talk recently.
I wonder what the 5K helmets will do. Maybe the grandmas can throw them out of the skyscrapers.
Richard Walker, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz is now.
He's going to say, oh yeah, sanctions.
Of February is a terrible day for Ukraine and a very dark day for Europe. In attacking Ukraine, Russian President Putin is blatantly infringing on international law. Putin is bringing suffering over Ukraine, his direct neighbor. He's infringing on the borders of Ukraine. He's endangering the lives of countless innocent people.
The dude just became chancellor and now has to handle this trash.
The brother country of Russia. And in doing so, he's questioning the peace structure of our entire continent. There is no justification for any of this. This is Putin's war.
Yeah, he attacked without justification, man. Minus responsibility.
I said to Ukrainian President Zelensky in a phone call today that in these dark hours,
China will take Taiwan now.
Ukraine and its citizens
you guys ready?
Have our full
You guys ready, bro? Oh, man.
In view of the current developments this morning, I have convened
this might be my final stream, boys.
Cabinet so that the government
I see you from the front lines.
On the situation
hey, guys.
And make decisions about how to proceed.
Oh, God. Thank you, Hung Long.
All German citizens in Ukraine, I would like to ask most urgently to leave Ukraine for their own safety.
Good to see the Europe and
the
USA are
President
together.
of the German Bundestag, I've asked to convene a special meeting of the Parliament where I will give a special state address. As head of the G7 this afternoon, I will be convening a meeting of the G7 as a video conference looking for a clear
I never watched Hassan. You guys are telling me Hassan is like, we deserve this because America has been so evil and stuff?
With our international partners in NATO and in the European Union today.
Kind of weird doing that to 100. He didn't. That's fake news. I trust Macron. You guys are probably lying.
And it is
Thank you, Mind of
good that we
Kex.
have
Most of you guys are
prepared
always
for
just
this
fake newsing.
eventuality
I trust
carefully.
Marconi though.
The
People are
aim of
fake
our
newsing Hassan a lot
sanctions is
recently.
to
Oh,
make it
okay.
clear
I trust
to the
Marconi.
Russian
Put your
leadership
friends retire like
that
nothing's seen before if the
they
Western
will
votes.
pay
So
a
he
bitter
means
price
nukes.
for this aggression. It remains to be seen.
Yeah, I saw that. Putin threatens
It will be
nukes.
clear that Putin
But
has made
we're just gonna now be held hostage? Well, I mean, what? I don't want to sound like a warmonger, but you're just gonna let him do what he wants?
A word to
Like,
our
the
NATO
fuck, man?
partners in Poland, the Baltic states, Romania. Let me assure you that we understand your concerns in the light
Serbia
of
is
these
pro-Russian,
developments
don't trust him.
all too well, and we will support you. Germany is committed to the Mutual Defence Clause of NATO, together with the
Lithuania
French
declared state of
president.
war?
I would suggest that the heads of state and government of the
You want to see something? Yeah, I'm gonna make a test with you guys. We're gonna run a test right now. I'm gonna test something. My phone? I didn't touch anything. My best friend Frank is a lawyer, and he's right now in Tallinn. He's in Tallinn at the moment, chat. And look what he sent me. Here, my friend, my friend Frank. And look what he sent me from Tallinn last night. This is a real video he sent me from Tallinn, literally 2 hours ago. What the fuck, chat? What's going on there? What do you think is going on, chat? And trap caught. Fake news test. There is Independence Day in Estonia, and they have military parades there anyway because of their day. This is not fake. They just have Independence Day. So sharing this video with the wrong context, they're mobilizing. Boom! Fake news. You just fake news the world. I tested you.
What was Scholz's central message?
So
there?
much fake news. Ach, Scholz has no message. The fuck is this? 1.4 million views. The world is watching online, dude. This is a missile hitting an airport. Ah, yeah, fuck me, dude. This is so surreal, man. As a human being here, you don't even know what the fuck's happening, man. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Reddit Ukraine, that's where you get all the news. Dude, meme websites have more news than the rest. Battles report ongoing near Kharkiv. Number of armored vehicles destroyed.
Вот, ребята, российские танки стоят на окружной, а наши херячат по ним. Стреляют и людей стреляют, всех. Никого не выпускают, никого не пропускают.
Jesus fucking Christ. Isn't it also weird how we don't know what's going on, man? Right? We live in an era where we always know what's going on. Something happens, you get a live feed from it, right? Like an active shooter or something. But right now we do not know what the fuck's happening in that state. And it makes me feel a bit sad that the West leaves them so alone. We're leaving these Ukrainians alone to fend for themselves, man. Fog of war? Yeah, fog of war.
The government into something more palatable.
40 Ukrainian soldiers have died.
And a very serious situation. That's what Olaf Scholz said.
Will you save this disaster safe? Jesus Christ. We have to talk about the disaster saves today.
Scholz also said there that he spoke with Ukrainian President Zelensky.
What the fuck? What the? I'm always... America trying to help Ukraine. Watch this. Oh god, people are dying and we're laughing at memes. The world really is fucked, man. We're so fucked, man. Anyway, let's play Magic. Nah. It might be important to also share some good news. I got a package from Vladimir Putin himself, and he was ready to bring back a hostage he took a while ago. I want to give a big shout out here to the viewer called Uzi, motherfucking Uzi, who went to my old hotel in Scotland. That's the wrong package, you idiot! It's a book!
And Volodymyr Zelensky, when last weekend...
What? That's not Bubba! What? It's not my monkey! What the fuck is that? Looking good dead? They watch, they choose. What?
Translating into
what the fuck?
Joining NATO.
No, he's right here!
He's not getting that, and that's where Ukraine
Bubba's back!
left alone at this
Why the fuck you gave me that book?
To do the fighting
Bubba! Bubba's back! It took 1 year.
As far as security goes, Scholz there called on all Germans to leave Ukraine immediately.
What the fuck is that
He also
book,
mentioned
Alter?
that the German government will be
This is Bubba. We got him when he moved to this apartment from IKEA. They don't even sell him anymore. And he was a big member of our family. I lost him in Scotland. And these idiot Scottish people, I don't know what, Putin should go there. Just a joke. They didn't send him back. They were too dumb. They said send Ukura, fucking British people, man. And now a viewer called Uzi brought Bubba back. Bubba, it's a bad day. You came back when war's happening. But welcome back to the stream, Bubba Jones. His name is Bubba Cornelius Jones. They added a book. Is it about Russia? Tom Rice did what any person will do. But within hours of picking up the CD, that had been
time and time again. My expectation is
okay, some good news real quick. I wanted to share some good news.
But this is a debate that is
Bubba is back home, brother.
And it will be very interesting
he arrived,
to
man.
hear what
Thank
Olaf
you
Scholz says
so
in Parliament
much,
on
dude.
Sunday and what MPs tell us there.
Nice.
Michaela Kufner at the Chancellery, thank you very much for that.
Everyone is sending me stuff, man. Everyone is sending me videos.
A reminder now, Russia has invaded Ukraine. President Vladimir Putin has ordered an all-out air and ground assault.
Like, look, you want to see what it's like to be a streamer?
Russian military is targeting installations across the country. Officials say
you should watch this, laughing my ass off. Tommy, I have too many memes.
East and south.
This one laughing my ass off so bad. Look at this fucking complete retard, man.
Ukraine says its army is fighting back. Civilians are trying to flee in some places as reports of casualties.
Fake video. Everybody's sending fake videos, man.
Expressing their outrage at the offensive and say Moscow will pay a heavy price.
Did you see the Chinese fleet chilling between Taiwan and China?
What a night, what a morning for people there. What is the situation like in Kiev where you are?
What am I seeing?
Actually, it is worsening in terms of the announcement that are being made right now by the Ukrainian
government. What the fuck are you talking about? This is fake news bullshit.
Is basically
He's
taking
just
everything
sending
to
a random link saying Godzilla is about to attack Taiwan.
The Ukrainian defense minister says
Putin is calling.
who's able to hold
Vladimir,
a weapon is
I have to fix this, guys. I'm going to fix it.
The defense forces. That clearly underlines what's been already analyzed over the course of the past weeks, that Ukrainians' military forces are inferior compared to Russia's military. Now, we do not know how the situation is going to further escalate, but let me tell you, as we woke up to the explosions this morning, that really was a shock to many here. People in Kyiv didn't think, even to the last minute, that actually Russia is going to go so far as assaulting Kyiv, the capital city. After all, also Vladimir Putin pointed out in this surprising televised address this morning that this is, quote, a military operation in eastern Ukraine. But it turns out there are various reports that explosions are heard in many parts of the country, shellings and reports of people being injured and killed. Now, the problem is we cannot verify this information, so I'm not even going to talk about any numbers at this point, because as this escalation has entered a new phase, there are various accusations between Russian forces and Ukrainian government official military information. What is actually currently happening on the ground? I can only tell you, in fact, what I've been experiencing this morning, and that was a very, very critical situation. People here were packing up, trying to leave by car from the hotel where we are at this point. Also, we are hearing that there are a lot of people lined up at gasoline stations trying to fill up on gas, trying to leave to neighboring countries, Slovakia, Poland, towards the west. But we also hear at this point, if you're trying to leave Kyiv, it's in fact almost impossible to go towards the west. So much traffic has built up. Again, there are also people who are just staying put and are trying to inform themselves, actually, where is the nearest shelter when those sirens are going to go off again, likely as they did this morning, siren warning, or in fact telling people this is the time that you should look for your closest shelter.
And these are similar reports that we're getting, Funny, from our other correspondents in the country, also from family and friends, personal messages I've been getting from different parts of the country, central parts of the country, into Dnipro, for example, waking up to these explosions. Could you tell us, the Ukrainian president announced he was introducing martial law. What does that entail?
Martial law is usually introduced in times of crisis. That could be a natural disaster situation of conflict or a war. So what is happening is basically the natural way of things as they proceed in any democratic country, to say so, to implement martial law, by that also implying to the citizens here that this is not the time that they should venture out, but they should actually stay put, stay at home, stay inside, look for the closest shelter position, and just remain also calm, because this is actually the concern here, that people will start to panic even more. And then what? How can you secure critical infrastructure that is needed to protect actually citizens and to protect people from a increasing escalation? So military law, martial law rather, is implemented because it can no longer be maintained or guaranteed that the civilian government law that is in place normally can guarantee the security of citizens. This is when the military takes over, usually setting up checkpoints. We haven't seen it just yet here in the city center, but it's likely to happen. Military checkpoints, checking exiting streets from Kiev, checking people who are on the street. What documents do they carry? Are they actually supposed to be on the street? It's also a law by which the government can sort of make sure and impose that people do not gather, that they really stay put and stay at home.
Exactly, and not be on the move. I was asked this morning about an 84-year-old man. How do we get him out of Ukraine? The problem is at the moment moving, and to stay put is the safest option, as you say. Tell us what else Zelensky has been saying today.
Zelensky made clear what he believes is not just a military operation, as Russia's President Vladimir Putin announced early this morning, but he says he expects basically that Russia wants to destroy Ukraine. Now, these are, of course, very strong words. And people here are hoping on the ground that it's not going to go as far as a full-scale, full-fledged invasion of the entire country. Ukraine's President Zelensky wants to maintain a self-confidence.
Sorry, boys, that was Putin, and he said, Tommy, if you play Ukraine modern day war, I'm going to nuke your house, you ginger cunt. So, we're going to do it. We're going to play it. Fuck that. We ain't going to be held hostage. Did you get called for active duty? Yeah, the Bundeswehr said I should just propaganda you guys on the internet. You know, use my power there. No, that was, I get a lot of calls lately. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you, Vola Land. I get a lot of calls lately for apartments. Shit, right?
They will not have any foreign entity to take over here and rule this country. Now, we are not so far yet, but there is, of course, concern here on the ground, especially because so many things have happened over the course of
what happened to the Wax in Paris Instagram?
That we're highly unlikely that at this
still active,
point,
it's not my main one.
everything is likely.
Yeah, I don't have 3K viewers. I don't give a fuck, though. I think I want to now switch to basic content. We have a lot to do today. Apartment prices in Kiev are probably low right now, yes. Yeah, I've seen it a million times. I think I want to now say goodbye to 3K viewers. Thank you for watching, but I'm not gonna use the Ukraine crisis and people dying for viewers that much. Not doing that. I think I'm now going to basic stuff, and I'm gonna say goodbye right now to the Ukraine topic, man. Easy views? I don't care. I don't care, man. Let's play Magic to bring that down real quick. No, thank you for watching, a lot of you guys. Follow the channel. I know you guys like this Ukraine shit, but I'm gonna stop it now. We talked about most of it. I personally stand, and I'm such an important person, right? I have 3K viewers. I'm important. I'm an influencer. I stand with Ukraine. I stand against Vladimir Putin. I don't stand against the Russian people and the Russian public. I think the Russian public doesn't want this most, and I stand for a hard reaction from the West. I stand for not just talking. I stand for this man needs to know that there's limits to this shit. Zur Seite! Sauber dann. Hier, komm. What's up in Ukraine, guys? What's up in Ukraine?
That we've seen coming here as well, funny reports of initial casualties. What can you tell us about that?
I would be careful to talk about any numbers at this point, simply because we cannot verify them. But according to Ukraine's official sources, they are saying that several soldiers have been killed. There have been people who have been injured. I do not know at this point about civilians, but unfortunately, regardless of
they made refugee camps in Romania.
So, already the shelling there in the Donbas
There's
region
a battle
was so
on the
heavy
capital
over the course
airport.
of the past days that it's very
and there's
likely,
people shooting each other, man.
we
That's
will
so
have
crazy.
those numbers, and even those numbers increasing when it comes to
Putin is punching
casualties,
Euro.
both among civilians and Ukrainian military forces. People here, actually in Kiev, it's been really astonishing for me how they react and how differently they react to the assault that's being carried out by Russian forces.
Are you okay for posting a video on you reacting to Ukraine? Sure, I don't. Yeah, cool.
Others again.
Knock man, knock That's real talk in front of everyone. I'm okay with everything you guys ever update. Just never upload, but just never upload stuff that that makes sponsors scared. Like you know what I mean, right? Like you guys just don't upload the video where I play Germany and the thumbnail is Tommy in the steps of his grandpa. Can he kill all the Russians? Like, you know, it's not good, but you can upload what you want.
People who say they want to stay here, they want to defend their country, and in
fact, I just don't want Paradox to fucking text me, Tommy, your thumbnails are offensive. I have to fix that shit.
Join and defend Ukraine's sovereignty.
Yeah, funny. We have seen some of those remarkable images of that long convoy of cars of people who are trying to leave Ukraine, indeed, and get out if they can, particularly cars.
The problem,
leaving
Makoni, is when you put this on YouTube, the comments are going to be so cancer, man. People are too dumb for stuff like this, in my opinion.
Saying and what the government is doing right
There's
now.
already a wiki page of the war.
Pretty
why not?
Speech from him last night where he spoke directly to the Russian people to also appeal
for peace. Dude, imagine
now
like Ukraine would win. Imagine Ukraine is like in 3 days. Yeah, we kind of beat Russia. You will beat this looks very unlikely, right? But imagine that, man.
Itself as being here and being present. In fact, President Zelensky is
they will be the fucking Spartans of the new age.
Be as transparent
but they probably have no chance, yeah.
Maybe would like him to be, because there was a lot of criticism that during the past days and over the course of last week, he wasn't actually directly talking to the Ukrainian people, but rather to either international media or international diplomats.
What's that video? I cannot show this.
On the ground. Some also have criticized him. He was not really strong enough to say that
I cannot show this on Twitch, dude.
Is ready to fight, but rather they thought it's really mild statements here, and that he's not a strong statement to help through this crisis.
Is that Ukrainian drones or who is that in that tweet? Is that Ukrainians or Russians getting fucked?
Media, for example,
must be Ukrainians.
Either those people who are hearing the sirens should stay at home and stay put, but the ones really who are capable to fight.
The people on Twitter must feel so weird today because their bullshit interests no one today.
He calls in the meaning of a free country, a free Ukraine, and of course he's regularly posting all the support of verbal solidarity, but also the military equipment.
It's a Russian tank getting destroyed.
And other votes by international forces, by NATO allies that are supposed to arrive here in Ukraine. So he's trying to basically
Isn't the number one feeling you have when you see this? The number one emotion I have is, and the one word is unnecessary.
While at the same time warning people to stay
this is so unnecessary, bro.
When once
fucking
again they hear
mothers losing their sons because you fucks all have small dicks, man.
Very funny. Thank you for bringing us the latest there from Kiev. We'll speak to you down the road a little bit. Russian President Putin launched this invasion in the early hours of Thursday morning. So far, we have heard in reports that dozens of Ukrainian soldiers have been killed, with the government vowing an all-out defense of the country. Tens of thousands of civilians are fleeing for safety.
With dawn,
Jesus fuck, what is that? Holy fuck, man. It's like Godzilla is coming in. I swear to God, what the fuck? Embarrassment about the EU and NATO is doing. I fully agree with you, yes.
On the border for weeks.
Fully agreeing with you. NATO is actually moving troops to the east right now. The Dutch port of Rotterdam is praying for troops to arrive. That's also a thing, dude. You guys only see Reddit and all the memes. You don't actually know what the NATO is doing right now. Maybe this guy said they're removing stuff. You don't know that.
Russian TV. He disparaged Ukraine's democratically elected government and asked Ukrainian soldiers to surrender.
This guy, today he killed his Wikipedia article, man. The G7 is talking right now. Today he fucked up his legacy, man. Today he really fucked up.
I'm addressing you, the Russian people, as a Ukrainian citizen. We are separated by a border stretching more than 2,000 kilometers. And right now, there are 200,000
Poor guy, man. How he must feel like right now, man.
Your leadership has authorized them to move into the territory of another country. And this could mark the start of a major war on the European continent.
Black smoke from a Ukrainian military airport in Chugiev in the east of the country. Russia confirms
There's a lot of
that
anti-war
they
protests
bombed
in
the
Russia.
site. A housing block was hit, and distraught residents were left grieving the first casualties.
The fuck, man? Look at that house. That house looks like cancer, and you bombed that shit? These people have nothing.
The world condemned.
Bro, they live in the fucking biggest ghetto, and you throw a rocket into that shit?
President said all of
What
Europe
the fuck?
is
That's
under
like me
threat.
taking a dumb on a dumb. What the fuck, dude? Ah, it's so stupid, man.
Target is not only done by
And you represent us, man. The corrupt von der Leyen. If you Google her, she did some really corrupt shit when she was the defense minister of Germany. She first of all didn't give her phone away to investigation agencies, even though it's custom if you leave a ministry to give your working phone away, because she made hidden deals of selling weapons that have not been going through like the Congress or something. And now she's the president of the fucking EU Parliament.
In order to place
ridiculous.
further severe sanctions against Russia now.
But sanctions can't come soon enough for many Ukrainians. In the capital, Kyiv, cars jammed the roads as the residents tried to flee the city.
European Union leaders are due to gather later
Fucking
today.
Stupid, man. Red alert in real life. I can't open this website, guys. It's always down for me.
About sanctions that the EU was preparing to trigger.
Oh, sorry.
This package
The Turkish fighter ship was just hit by a Russian bomb. No deaths or injuries. I don't like reading that because I never know if it's the truth. What I learned the last years is you can never trust anything you read anyway. Could be right, could be wrong.
Russia's economy has
No
already
nukes yet. Dude, hey, dude, imagine. Dude,
And these
imagine
pressures will
Russia
not
drops a nuke here, man. The world is gonna go
These
apeshit on that
sanctions will
stuff.
suppress Russia's economic growth, increase the borrowing costs.
Yo, can I show this on Twitch?
Identity seconds just right in the middle of the fighting. Matthew, tell us what you're witnessing there.
Stop. Jim, we've come out of the center of the Ukrainian capital, Kiev, and we are here at the Antonov airport, which is about 25 kilometers, 15 miles or so out of the center. These troops you can see over here. Stand up, Lewis. These troops you can see over here, they are Russian airborne forces. They have taken this airport. They've allowed us to come in.
Oh, that's Russians that landed, and they're letting the journalists be alone.
And be
Okay.
with them as they defend the perimeter of this air base here, where helicopter-borne troops, these troops, were landed in the early hours of this morning to take and to form an air bridge.
Oh, they're getting the thing because someone got hurt. You see that?
These are Russian forces. You can tell they're Russian. I've spoken to them already. You can tell they're Russian. They've got that.
When Neymar
orange
falls,
and
they bring
black
that thing.
band to identify them as Russian forces. I've spoken to the commander on the ground there within the past few minutes, and he said they are now in control of this airport. And within the past few seconds, just before you came
Well,
to
it's
us,
clever that Russia lets him do that, right? Like, if I was the commander of these troops, I would let this journalist do this because it's a good propaganda for the Russians. We have the airport. Fuck all of you.
they were engaged.
They
in
should
a
let him say
firefight,
this. Makes sense.
Presumably with the
Yeah, you should put a
Ukrainian
helmet on,
military,
probably. Yeah.
which says it is staging a counter-offensive to try and take back this airport.
I think
You can
Ukraine
tell
is
you
red
now,
air, boys.
At least about the.
What did I just do, man?
Said
Oh.
that this is actually an attack that is
Maybe give him one of the German
attack,
helmets.
a reckless attack, something that is unprecedented. That is the biggest attack or the biggest war since the Second World.
Like when I read, like, are you literally a bit retarded? Are you really just a bit?
Understand what they're
'Cause if yes, then I
intended to
get it,
do.
man.
We heard from Ursula von der
It's
Leyen
cool.
to really take a shot right at Russia's economy, at its industry, as its,
I'm not
at its
gonna ban that guy.
technology,
He's
as you
fucked
said.
enough
But do we
already.
know what they will include?
not exactly.
Yeah, come on,
yet.
Wes, where's your answer?
This is the second package of sanctions because the EU has already agreed on sanctions only yesterday before they knew Russia would actually move on with this attack.
Let me check my stocks. They're probably ultra down now, man. Thank you, Snowplow. When there's war, people always get. Whenever there's a war, people sell their stocks quickly, but after a week, they all come back.
Donetsk and Luhansk.
Yeah, my stocks are fucked.
So they decided this is now the point where we have to take sanctions. But these sanctions they were taken yesterday were considered rather mild. They target individuals, for example. They make it very difficult to trade between the two breakaway regions and.
Mr. President, it's General Marvel at the Pentagon on line 5.
This is Dugan. Is it done, Yuri?
No, Comrade Premier. It has only begun.
That's fake? Ah, it's fake news. There you go, dude. Everyone is just so full of fake news. I think this is real, though. I think this is Kiev right now. So many fake news, man. So many fake news. It's insane, bro. Yeah, this is probably real. It's just nice that the Germans are not the evil ones this time. Like, we're not starting a world war. Can I show this? Oh, no, that looks bad. Oh, what the fuck? I'm gonna check. I have to check this. If I can show this. Holy fuck, Alter. No one is dying. Alter, what is he shooting? It's like urban. Why is he throwing rockets there?
And the EU,
fucking Cass.
what we know now is that the sanctions that will be discussed later today among EU leaders will be
for a kid. Yeah, imagine you're a kid, man, and you see shit like this, man. I thought, hey, man, the world has to come together and fuck this guy up, man. Like, come on, dude. What the fuck is his problem?
Target technology, and what von der Leyen, the EU Commission President, made very clear is that the EU intends to weaken Russia's economy.
And Marina, maybe you can tell us a little bit about the unity in the European Union at the moment. We heard Richard speaking a little bit earlier about some discord on some types of sanctions. So how closely together do EU member states stand right now in their response to Russia?
There has to be pressure against Putin with economy, especially.
You know, Sumi,
I've seen that video already.
About the EU
destroyed Russian armed column.
And also, and usually we say the.
Ah, the Russians. This is Russian? Hey, they're taking some mad damage, actually. Huh? I thought 4 tanks gone. How did the Ukrainians do that? You're not doing that well, Putin, bro.
Here, for example, we have the EU states that have a border with
drones,
Russia,
APCs.
the Baltic states, so Poland, for example, and of course they are a lot more concerned about their security than, for example, Italians or
This
Germans.
is happening right now. I have to always check the video if there's anything evil.
Российские войска стоят на мосту. Вот мост.
Russian town artillery is being set up around Kherson.
С обозначениями Россия на плече.
This is like real military. When I was military, 8 out of 10 soldiers never know what to do. They're just standing around.
Российские войска стоят на мосту.
They're setting up artillery. Ah, fucking hell, man.
A bit of different views there, which
Ukraine received so many anti-tank and anti-air weapons from the West. Makes me sad they got nothing from Germany, man. Makes me very sad.
Sanctions have been taken unanimously, and we'll have to see what kind of sanctions.
The video of Ukrainian soldiers saying, "Mom, Dad, I love you." I'm not going to show that, obviously.
If they will be really as harsh as announced.
DW's Marina Strauss there in Brussels. Thank you. The German Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, has joined world leaders in condemning Russia's invasion of Ukraine. He promised solidarity with Ukraine and tough sanctions for Russia.
As head of the G7 this afternoon, I will be convening a meeting of the G7 as a video conference looking for a clear, coordinated response to the situation. We will be coordinating closely with our international partners in NATO and
Clear
the
video of
European
a Russian
Union today.
helicopter shot down falling into the water near Kiev. Alter, what the fuck is happening? This is like a movie, Alter. Alter, that's pretty fucking creepy, man. Just imagine that's you. Oh, they got the, he got out. What are you gonna do? That soldier's gonna swim to your house and you're gonna be like, hi, so how can I help you, man? Like, what the fuck? Are they picking him up or some shit? Ah, Russia getting his
in Ukraine that after
getting shit on a bit, huh? They're now fighting at
that they would have a right to democracy, peace,
Check out my
and
donation.
a better future without oppression. President Putin, you
This
will
map looks
never
ultra
destroy
fake and
this
wrong.
dream.
They're fighting. This map looks ridiculously stupid.
Is
They're already
growing
in there and
Ukraine,
shit.
and it is growing in your own country. It is my firm conviction that in Russia
King will
as
get
well,
clapped, don't make illusions.
many people will
Well,
be
they're
deeply
fighting
embarrassed about
brave
this,
though,
will be
man. We're just sitting here
outraged that in the
talking
name
like
of Russia,
Westerners.
there has been scrupulous murder on their brothers and sisters in Ukraine. We are all shocked this morning, but we are not helpless. We are prepared for these events.
I don't think I can show that.
Together with our partners and allies.
I don't think I can show this one. They're shooting down a helicopter. I don't think I can show that. Alter, they're fucking fighting, man. This is some real life fucking fighting, dude. Jesus fuck, man. They're launching a Stinger and they're hitting the helicopter, man. Oh, fuck! They're doing the Angels of Death. I think I can show this. I can show this, I think. They're doing that angel thing, the anti-rocket stuff. Alter. Fuck this shit. Like, why? For what? For one guy and his ego, man. Flares. We call them flares, yeah. You see, there's helicopters. They're launching a Stinger or something. And now they do the Angel of Death thing. Look at this shit, man. Watch. Yeah, they're doing the anti-rocket stuff. They are dispersing and doing flares. Ukraine is working his ass off, dude. I mean, you know, I'm a fucking idiot, right? I'm a nobody.
Russian president
But
himself.
isn't right now the best time to intervene? Isn't right now the best moment of where the Russian army is disorganized to help these guys, man?
This would also be a package that includes limits on the export of
Ukraine on the Russian attack. Russia bridge tracking is requested. A column of Ukrainian tanks has been destroyed.
Russia is an energy.
Dude, all these tanks are getting killed so fast. Why even have tanks then?
Not
all these tanks are just getting airstriked.
Economy, and it does require those imports
man.
of technology that will
this is getting like worse by the minute. Holy shit.
We will know more about all of this later on today. In fact,
Ukraine has captured some soldiers, but also the Russians are capturing soldiers.
Partners in the EU Council meeting, that has summit that has been very precipitously
tanks
called
are not
for
meta,
this evening, and they will then
they have been shit since no step back.
what this exact next
Jesus,
package
man. Come
will
on.
be. Beyond that, Germany at the moment is head of the G7 group of industrialized rich economies.
Green air seems to be the meta. Yeah, like obviously, man, no joke.
Them this afternoon, and
tanks don't really do so well here.
Sanctions there as well. And what we also know is that NATO.
This makes me feel really sad, man. These guys are fighting for their country, and we're just sitting here.
NATO is now looking at what it can do to shore up support for those NATO members who feel very, very
what is the USA
vulnerable.
doing right now? What the fuck is Biden doing
first
then?
and foremost includes the Baltic republics, where Germany leads the battle group for NATO in Lithuania,
Someone's
with
at my
now
door.
a total of around 950 German soldiers on the ground there. So there will be more discussion about what needs to be done to ensure their security.
A lot to talk about, Melinda. We're going to continue the talk in just a moment. I just want to bring people up to date who might just be joining us here at the top of the hour. We are part of our comprehensive coverage here of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. The Russian military are using airstrikes and artillery to attack targets across the country, including big cities and the capital, Kiev, as well. Ukraine says its army is fighting back. Civilians are trying to flee in some places. There are reports of casualties that are starting to come in. NATO's chief has called this act a brutal act of war and has raised the alert level for the alliance and its forces.
The guy who just brought a package is a Russian.
Is vowing to impose severe sanctions.
I swear to God.
Melinda,
the
just
guy
coming
who
back
just
to
brought
this
me the
topic
package
now,
was a Russian.
It's so weird. I mean, how much of a wake-up call is this really, especially for Germany, which has been criticized for
yes, you should criticize Germany
towards Russia.
So fucking defensive.
Indeed.
You should
in
know you can't be defensive
there were
here.
headlines here in the German media that
is that package ticking?
Mr. Schultz, where are you? Asleep at the wheel?
Yeah, where are you, man? This is just my foils from a magic box.
Very little to say as the tension mounted in Russia and over Ukraine, and there was a sense that
Putin said that if USA and NATO means that he will do something never done before.
Potentially be one of the
but again, yeah, I know he said that, but what?
Of all,
just because the evil guy says that, you just don't do shit now?
Nord Stream 2 pipeline. As you know, that in fact finally happened earlier this week. Chancellor Scholz
Germany's scared of Russia for good reason.
announced it in a characteristically dry and understated way, but in fact it is a major message that Germany is absolutely
Does watching this unfold feel surreal for anyone else?
And European partners, and that it is absolutely going to pull its
even though it's more real nowadays than back in the day. The thing is, a lot of you kids don't know that, but when 9/11 happened, it was insane.
Certainly,
because for my generation, the 90s kids and people born before me, 9/11 was ultra shocking because life was easy. There was no global warming. There was nothing bad, right? Everybody was just chilling. And then 9/11 happened, and you came home and saw that on TV, and you're like, whoa. But in the last 20 years, man, the world has gotten so much more fucked up. We're so much more used to this shit now, man. 9/11 was so insane.
There has long been a sense
back then, and this is not even that shocking anymore. We're getting so used to this cancer.
Would somehow be a safeguard against Russia, perhaps taking harsh action. A sense that commercial relations.
Anyway, I think we're switching to warmer now. We have 1 hour till Rachel. Talk to Grisha. You are a complete retard, man. You are. I always want to ban you for that. That's. Tommy, there's a war in Ukraine. You should talk to 14-year-old Horst Grisha about the situation. That would make a lot of sense. You are completely retarded, mate.
It is now clear that Vladimir Putin has been lying for weeks.
There's a tweet. Hopefully Germany can make it to Moscow this time. Okay, guys, I'm gonna just people quick, and then I am gonna play Warhammer. I don't want to do this all day. I know this gets views. I don't give a shit, though. I don't want to waste my time in this. I'm gonna people quick.
And Putin basically always with two lines. One line that, of course, he's still going to engage in diplomacy, and but he does have his security interests and so on. That was the public face, and clearly the secret face is the one we are now seeing.
And indeed, we heard from the NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg that the West believes this was a long-planned invasion, that Vladimir Putin's mind was made up some time ago. If, as it seems to be the case at the moment, that this really is not just about the Donbass, I mean, we are seeing a sustained invasion in many parts of Ukraine at the moment. What can the West actually do to deter Vladimir Putin from going fully towards toppling the government in Kiev?
They will impose stronger sanctions. Based on what we're seeing so far from Vladimir Putin, it seems unlikely that they will deter that course that he has already decided upon. And he made that very clear also in his address last night when he said that they would be pressing toward Kyiv and his forces, and that they would be looking to hold the regime, as he calls it, in Kyiv, the legitimate Ukrainian government, accountable, whatever that means. Therefore, that clearly is a course that he is determined to act upon. And he has said before, sanctions don't scare him. He has, in fact, spent years trying to sanction-proof the Russian economy. It has a great big pile of currency reserves that it will now be forced to draw down, presumably, if, in fact, the next sanctions target those big banks. He has endeavored to create an economy that is somewhat impervious, at least, to the kind of trade restrictions that are apparently nonetheless, we mustn't make.
I was just reading the news on my phone. It seems like NATO has announced they're not going to militarily intervene. There's a video going around, which could be fake, of a young girl riding her bicycle and she got airstriked. That video is going around a bit. And yeah, what's China doing all of this? So I just see their opportunity. Well, well, well. That is legit, it's not fake. New video, Russians just captured the city. I want to stop doing this, man. Happy military of Russian forces inside the city, city of the last Ukraine, as the city has been captured by the Russians motorized brigade. There's so many tanks. They just drive in with 50 million tanks, but there's no tactics. They just drive in. Anyway, let's play some Warhammer before Rachel comes on for the podcast. I need to actually get, I need to get a cleaning kit for my glasses. I can't see shit. Weird times, brothers. Weird fucking times. Well, let's go back to war with Warhammer 3, man. I want to start a new campaign. In 1 hour, we have the Tommykay Talks podcast with Rachel K. Yes, that's what we're doing. I'm very excited for that. Hopefully, we can do that on a day like this, which we should be able to. And I want to go back to something that's not Ukraine involved. I know you guys want to talk about it. I know it's a big thing, but... And I think we should talk about it, but also I feel like, what the fuck are you and me gonna do, you know? What the fuck are you and me gonna do? You know what I sometimes think? This is where I'm gonna sound really weird. I'm gonna say something weird here, man. This is where I'm gonna sound really weird. One day, when I have my own house, I want hiddenly... I shouldn't say that. This is gonna sound really dumb. This might be really stupid. You know how Americans have guns in their house? I shouldn't say that. I'm about to say that I think that's not even that stupid. Like, imagine you invade America like this. Every fucking citizen is gonna be like, how important, get this fucking go, dude, I was waiting for this moment all day long. They just shit on you, bro, man. Some fucking Ted comes out of his fucking house and has a fucking RPG, just shoots down your tank. So, for the first time ever, I kind of understand your Second Amendment a little bit, man. I kind of get it, even though a government should protect the citizen, not the citizens himself. And sometimes I was just having this weird thought in my brain when I was peeing that, imagine Russia will take my city. I would be happy to have an M4 or something and have a last stand. Nah, it's fucking stupid. It's probably better to just let them capture you, man, protect your family. Don't be stupid about it. But for the first time ever, I kind of get your Second Amendment a little bit, you fucking Americans. Like, you literally can't invade America, man. They're just all gonna shit on you. Ukraine passed a law for that 2 days ago, but they didn't have time to give out enough guns. Jesus, man. Haven't been active for the last 2 days since I've gone deep into The Sopranos. Just finished first season. Good show. Thanks for recommending it. Yeah, I told you, man. You have to pay attention to The Sopranos. There's a lot of stuff you only see when you pay attention. Keys left time. Okay, boys. So, I want to actually play good and get the achievement. No stupid bullshit. Thanks to Merkel hätte es besser gehandhabt. No one... Merkel wouldn't have handled shit. Don't you wonder... Ogres are finished, yeah. Don't you wonder how Trump would have reacted to all of this? Don't you think Putin waited for Trump to lose office to do this shit? Because he would know Trump would go fucking batshit on this shit, man. No, please, we both be dead. He called Putin a genius. He called a genius. Wait, what? What?
We hope you're doing well tonight, and now we are going to get to the news. President Biden has reportedly met with at least 3 Supreme Court candidates in the hopes that one of them will prove worthy to join the elite group of the most respected legal minds in the country and Brett Kavanaugh. President Biden spoke yesterday from the East Room about the Ukraine crisis and said, quote, as Russia contemplates its next move,
him calling Putin genius out of context.
As well.
You never know what you guys say, man.
On the 5th row of Wordle with only 2 yellow squares.
I thought this was about Trump.
Wordle is hot. Wordle is
okay,
hot.
This is a trash video. I thought this video. Wow, fucking trash, man. Sorry. Bit out of context, but still weird. I mean, in a weird objective way, what Putin is doing right now is not dumb, right? In a weird way, I know, I see what Putin is doing right now. Not the stupidest, man. Thank you, Genghis. And it's time for the rest of the world, but Putin is smart. I don't know if it's smart. This could backfire a lot, but he's using the right moment. They're fighting in Chernobyl. Fighting breaking out in Alter, man.
Pussy!
And the whole world is watching and not
helping
helping them.
But I remember reading somewhere that Japanese generals agreed not to invade and follow up Pearl Harbor because they feared the Americans all having guns and holding down taken territories would be a nightmare.
Yeah, America looks like a country that you just cannot take. It's impossible, man. Which is clever by America. Their patriotism that they had for these 300 years, man, they will just fight till the death, man. They just blew up a nuclear waste plant. Ah, fuck off. Bullshit. It's time to reform the Black Band, the Black Guard. Man, you don't even know the name. A Russian T-80 has just been wrecked. Oh god. Alter Schwede, wow. Dude, tanks seem to really not be the meta anymore, man. Tanks are not doing so well, man. Is Thomas hell way too expensive and their economy is a bad place? Yeah, I think, I'm not an expert, but in the long run, this should hurt Russia, right? The sanctions, people are gonna like North Korea, Russia now, and like, we're not gonna work with you at all anymore. And this is gonna hurt their economy to death. The first refugees have arrived in London. That's not funny. That's not funny. People are dying, you fucking idiot. Oh. That's... You idiot. It's important to laugh at these times. Well, let's invade the world of Warhammer as Russia. Jesus. We don't have much time. We have a podcast today with Rachel K. I'm very excited for that. With the new weapons for infantry and air support, everyone can kill a tank. Yeah. Tanks don't seem so good anymore. I always thought of that. I always felt like tanks, like you see that in video. This sounds weird, like in Battlefield and Postscriptum, you see tanks are only good if they're really, really far away from the battlefield. Like, you really stay fucking behind. You don't get even into someone's range. You just give long-range firing support or something. Hope China won't make use of this chaos. Taiwan and shit. Oh. Dude, imagine World War III will literally happen right now. Like, literally. Wouldn't you just be annoyed? If I, right now, World War III is coming, please go to your local barracks. I will just be like, oh, fuck, really? Like, that will be my feeling. Like, come on, really, man? What? Like, come on, man. Taiwan just reported 9 Chinese jets in their airspace. Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. bullshit ass motherfucker. Okay, it's actually real. We're going in Call of Duty real life. Bam, 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 bam. Ay. Taiwan's Air Force scrambled again on Thursday to warn away 9 Chinese aircraft that entered its air defense zone. Oh my fucking god. This fucking bullshit, man. And you know what's the reason for all this? Because we wanted to produce cheap stuff in motherfucking... A missile just flew by a Ukrainian streamer. Fuck off. This guy is streaming. What?
Пацаны, очень стрёмно, посмотри.
Scheiße, what? That's not good. Oh, what the fuck, brother? Habibi, we live in a fucking simulation, dude. Fuck me. This is so messed up, dude. We live legit in a simulation, man. Straight up. People are live streaming. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. I'm gonna make... my son is gonna join a very weird world, man.
Нормально, нормально. Катя. Шампанского всем. Хорошо. Нормально, нормально. Катя. Шампанского всем. Вся мама пошла за шампанским. Ладно, окей, нормально. 22 человека, хорошо. Короче, что вам еще рассказать?
To be honest, I hear that sound once a week because they always use Polish firecrackers here. Jesus, man. Can we just stop? I want to play games. Stop. Stop sending me shit, man. Fuck off. This reminds me of Israel so much. Back to East Germany soon. A cool map over the... Yeah, it's a very cool map to see how people are fucking dying. Yeah, yes. Ukrainian women not afraid of enemy soldiers. And tell them to their faces what they think. What's she saying, Russians? What? I don't speak your fucking language, man. Die Frau sagt, this is our lands, put your weapons down. And he's like, no, we don't need to talk, man. Doesn't do anything. Let me ban this guy real quick. Isn't it weird how this whole media scramble right now, this whole, how everybody is right now on social media talking, how much retardation is showing, how many people are just a bit fucked in the brain, man? Like the stuff they say and comment. People, I genuinely think some people can't cope with what's going on right now. I think that's deep down a big issue of the human race right now, especially with Corona. I think a lot of people on this planet, and I don't blame them, that's not a diss, they cannot cope with what the world is, what's happening right now. They can't cope with Corona and what it does, so they are anti-Corona. They can't cope with all this stuff, so they go to memes and laughing, and a lot of people can't handle this stuff, I feel like. Tsarina Katarin Boka, the Ice Queen of Kislev, known as Taker of Ukraine and Ice Witch. From the icy fast of the capital of Kislev, the Ice Queen rules her land with aloof majesty. Her power is said to come from the very motherland itself, its frozen peaks and bleak tundra.